Hi, welcome back guys, it's Mike Newton down here at Learnham Golf Academy, and as many of you will know, we've got YouTube Golf Day coming up on the 6th of May over here in the UK. So Rick Shields has organised a big charity day, getting all the YouTube creators together, as well as some of you guys. If you've been lucky enough to get a spot in that day, then well done, you've done really well, because I think there was over 2,000 entries. Obviously I had to whittle that down, so you guys who've been successful should have already had an email to say so. So, as you may have just seen on my channel, I put a little vlog out, first outing on the golf course, which was really nice to get out. I really enjoyed it, apart from that hailstorm that came in and that cut it a little bit short. But I think what I would like to do in this sort of video here is to have a little look at my swing and my game. Obviously, I'm trying to prep for YouTube Golf Day. I don't play competitive golf at all. As I say, that was the first time out before the other day. So I'm going to have a little work on my swing and maybe just give you guys a little insight of what maybe I'm going to be sort of working on. And what you may sort of see through my review videos and my comparisons is I tend to have that left shot as my bad one, isn't it? So I tend just to turn it over, a little pull over draw to that left, and that's a bit of a destructive shot on the golf course, because going left for me, it's strong, isn't it? It lands and releases, and it's a difficult one to really trying to get a control. So I want to try and take that out of my game, and there's a few things in there that I know that obviously creates it. I tend to get a little bit strong with my left hand, so possibly 3 knuckles starting to get visible, sometimes 4. So I do need to sort of address that a little bit, because obviously that's going to help to create the club face to sort of close up coming through impact. But one of the other things you may again notice, I put a few clips up here when I was playing on that vlog the other day, is I get a little bit sort of flary with this right sort of leg. So when I come into that impact position, as I'm trying to rotate, my right knee sort of just flares out a little bit that way. So I want to try and get that working a little bit more inwards, get me turning through a little bit earlier, and try and lead with my rotation. Again, just trying to stop that flippy sort of action, that club face closing down through impact. So I'm going to hit a few shots as I would just normally. So I'm not going to think of those changes at the moment. I'm just going to hit some what would feel very sort of standard to me, and we'll look at some numbers and what my path is doing, what my face is doing in relation to that path, and obviously look at some shot patterns, and then I'll try and do some sort of drills, some feels, and then we'll look at some numbers and see if we can actually make a difference to the change. Okay, so that wasn't a bad opening tee shot. It's not tee shot. 7-9 I'm hitting here, so that wasn't a bad opener. Just got it a little bit matted, but pretty neutral, so quite happy with that one. Let's carry on hitting a few more shots. Again, that was really nice. Okay, I was a little bit toe with that particular shot, moving that up that right hand side. So at the moment I've not got my left one coming in, but I know it'll probably come in at some stage. It always tends to come when I don't want it. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it wasn't massively, but it's just a bit that straight pull. There we go. I've just missed that green left side there. That's one, again, if you're a regular viewer and you see my comparisons reviews, you'll see that shot will sneak in there. I don't like it, it's a horrible shot. It just starts a little bit left, then sort of overdraws. So I'm just going to hit one more shot, and then we'll just look at those particular numbers. Ah, there it is again. Yeah, struck that lovely. Yeah, similar to that last one I've just hit there, missing that green to the left. Okay, so let's just look at those numbers, those deliveries, and see maybe why that left shot is coming in there with regards to sort of my face and path relationship. Okay, so look at my data screen here. So this is my averages of all those shots I've hit. So looking at the swing path direction there, so you can see 3 degrees into out. Okay, which is fine. It's not a bad number. It's sometimes that can sneak a little bit more. Bear in mind these are averages. And then my face to path relationship, you can see, is 1.9 degree close to that path. So obviously that is always going to generally create a little bit of a draw shape. Now, depending where that club face is in relation to the target, will depend whether that ball will start touch left or start a little bit to the right. So if I just go into the table graph here and have a look at my club delivery, a little bit more detail between each of those shots, we can see my swing path column or club path column here. Because I've got an in to out here, but then when I look at my face to path relationships here, see the last two I'm going to really look at because they're the ones that went left. You can see 4.1 closed and 4 closed. Okay, so they are going to obviously work over left of target. So that's what's just killing me. The first few, you can see I controlled not too bad there with the club face, and they were quite neutral, weren't they? Obviously one was a little bit off that toe there, which was that third shot. You can see the smash has gone way down. But really those last 2 days, they're the ones I need to cut out, and I hit probably just a bit too many of those. Okay, so things we're going to sort of really work on here is I just want to try and neutralise that path a little bit if I can. 3's not massive, but I maybe would like to be more in that one area, in to out, and then obviously controlling my club face and not letting that club face close down through impact. So as I mentioned earlier, I feel like I get a little bit flary with that right foot there. So I'm going to feel like I stay more grounded and I'm sort of roll on my whole of my instep of my trail foot as I come through, as I'm turning through, and try and feel like I'm sort of leading more. And to me, that feels like I'm staying more grounded. I'm not coming off the ground as much there. So I'm going to try and feel like I can work the handle as I'm rotating there, staying grounded. I'm going to feel like I work the handle more left and feel like I'm doing a lot less with that club face. Maybe a little bit of an element of feel like I'm holding it off a little bit coming through impact. That's a couple of first few things I want to really think about when I hit these first few shots. And we'll just see how these maybe come out and how the numbers actually stack up on the monitor. But obviously it's important for me to get a good feel that I can take to the golf course. Numbers are obviously great, but if I can get a feel there also, then obviously that's what I'm going to be able to take to the golf course. That was nice. Yeah, I like that flight. So it's just started to touch left there, but it hasn't moved further left. That's the key with my particular bad shot, is it starts left, then goes further left. That didn't. So I don't mind that at all. And that definitely felt like I was basically putting more of what felt like a fade swing action on there. It hasn't actually faded. It's had a little bit of draw, but not a lot. A lot more sort of neutral there. Okay, let's get the same feel again. I'm just weakening my left hand a tiny bit here. Again, just try and control this club face. Just close that face there. I can feel that now. Got the swing going left, and that's my problem here, and just where I've got to build up my confidence is I feel like I swing more left as I'm trying to work my path more neutral. But if I close the face and swing a little bit more left feeling, I feel like I'm just going to really pull it, and I've just shut the face there. So I've missed that left there. Again, it's club face. I really need to put the focus in here. So a little bit more neutral, that left hand, which feels very strange. If any of you guys have changed your grip at some stage, you'll appreciate it always feels very weird to start with. Yeah, so there you go. As soon as you make, like for me there, a weaker grip, it just pushes a little bit more to the right. But it's good, it's hitting the target there. It's just a very different flight and feel to it. It feels really weak when I strike that, and the flight of it looks really high. Just looks a weak golf shot to me, but it's just because I'm used to that strong one that moves up that left-hand side. Let's give this another one hit so I can concentrate on this left hand position. It feels like I'm just literally got 2 knuckles visible. It feels really strange, that. Definitely sneaked over the years of just hitting golf balls in a studio. Bailed out on that. It's that left one again. Just got to try and get that sequence in the swing going here. Okay, come on, turn through. Good left hand grip, turn through, hold that face off a little bit. That's good, that's the one. Got that right sequence. I love that ball flight. Very neutral. Yeah, lovely. That's a good one to sort of maybe just have a little look at there. So we'll do that right now. We'll just have a look at those numbers. Okay, so let's have a look at that second batch of numbers that you can see in the blue column down here. So swing path, I was averaging at 3 degree in to out with my what felt like my normal swing, I've called it. And then the one where I've called it being a bit more grounded as I'm working a few different thoughts through there, you can see I've got that 1.8 in to out. So that's good. That's a little improvement there. Couple snuck in a little bit from that inside there, but as an average there in the right direction, which is good. Then look at that face to path relationship. So I had a 1.9 as an average, but in there I had obviously those last two swings there, which was a 4 and a 4 close, which was that was my left miss. Now I will say I'm experimenting. I've got some new feels, I've got some thoughts, and again, you guys will appreciate this when you're maybe making swing changes if you're having lessons with your coach. It's not plain sailing straight away, is it? There's going to be some little bit of experimenting. There's going to be some where you just don't get that right sequence in there, and clearly I did that. So that was quite nice, that one in, one close. It's a little bit more of a better relationship there. Then I just lost it. I hit that left one there. That was a good one, and then jumped into a really bad one there. Just completely lost that one as I got my feel. Again, the sequences didn't quite get into that right sort of position. And then the last one there was 3 degrees close, but just got a little bit more of a sort of more neutral flight in there. So again, I'm looking at these as averages. I want to try and get this average down. I need to do a little bit more work on that and just sort of embed that feel. But when I get it right, I like that flight that I see. It's a more controllable flight. I know it's not really going to turn over as aggressively left when I match that face and path relationship. Okay guys, so there's a little glimpse of maybe this, some things I'm going to start to try and work on in my game. So maybe in between lessons and coaching sessions down here at the academy, I'm going to try and make some swings, put a little bit of time into my game, which I never ever sort of do, unfortunately, apart from the only time I hit balls is videos for you guys really. So I'm going to try and put a little bit of effort into my game, trying to try and play a little bit more as well, probably get my lad out on the golf course, so it gives me an excuse to get out there really. Let him play a little bit now the weather's starting to change here. Lovely sunny day down here at Lytham. So I'm going to maybe keep you up to date on my progress, maybe do another vlog video coming soon. I'm going to do some vlog videos and looking at my equipment again in preparation to the YouTube Golf Day. So looking at the irons, maybe sort of just checking the lie angles are okay. Obviously driver and stuff like that, so I'll maybe take you through that journey also. Alright, thanks very much for watching guys, appreciate you watching as always, and if you haven't subscribed, I'd love you to do so. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, follow my social media platforms, both Instagram and Twitter, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.